Senator Allen's got the bill passed every time, and he'll do that again, and I'm going to be right there with him fighting. But here's the reality. When we're talking about a pistol permit, you shouldn't have to get a permit for something that's a right. That's the fundamental thing about this. We've got to make sure we get it done. So we're going to fight for that. Senator Allen, appreciate your leadership. Senator Marsh, appreciate your leadership in the Senate. He's done a tremendous job of making sure that gets passed. Another issue real quick I want to talk to y'all about is this. A deal, I've got twin boys that are 9. I've got a daughter that's 7. They go to public schools. And, when all the shootings happened, I had teachers, I had coaches, people that said, Will, for the first time in my life, I'm worried about not only my life, but the life of my students. We're literally, and here's what I want you to realize, gun-free zones are now killing zones because, you're sitting there and you can't protect yourself. And so we've got to make sure that we protect our students. And if somebody is able to carry a pistol and is fine with going through the training, they shouldn't have to go through the training, but if they're fine with going through the training, we've got to make sure they can arm and protect themselves. And so we're going to continue to push that conversation because, look, I want my kids to be protected. And what's scary, we started looking at it, there was over 400 to 500 schools in this state that didn't have a school resource officer, that didn't have anybody. And what's a shame is there's people in that school that could easily carry, and they have a permit, but they're not allowed to come in because of the gun-free zone. So that's something we're going to work on. And last thing is this. So I've got to run because I went hunting last weekend of deer season, and so I've been busy. It's an honor to be lieutenant governor, but also it's an honor to be a dad. And so, I took my boys. I went hunting this morning. We're down in Greene County hunting, and so we went deer hunting this morning. My son Hayes, I got 2 boys, Hayes and Hunter. Hayes missed a deer at 250 yards, so that was kind of a bummer. But I'm getting ready to go back, take them out this afternoon. But I just wanted to come and tell y'all thank you. I genuinely mean it. I'm here to serve y'all. Y'all let us know what our office can do as lieutenant governor, and it's an honor to be lieutenant governor, but more so, it's just an honor to be with you guys today. We're going to do whatever we can do to fight for our rights, and just let us know how we can help. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate it.
Good hunting this afternoon. Good hunting this afternoon. Let's make welcome President Pro Tem Dale Marsh, please.
Thank you so much. Pleasure to be here. I was in Vestavia this morning speaking to a group. I'm a little overdressed, and I know I had my jeans with me, but first I want to thank Jared Allen. Y'all have heard all this. Gerald's been a champion for that bill. He's been a champion in the body. We've moved it. Every time we've had it, we've moved through the Senate. I'm confident with Lieutenant Governor Ainsworth in the chair, we'll continue to be able to move that through. We've got to work on the House. We're going to be working on the House to try to get them to do the same. I was in Washington 2 weeks ago, meeting with Chris Cox of NRA, and I can't tell you how happy he is and pleased about the attitude of Alabama, the fact that we stand up so strong for those Second Amendment rights. I want you all to give yourselves a hand for standing up for those rights. They are constantly attacked for supporting the rights of the Second Amendment. I'm telling you, they're constantly in Washington, but I'll let him know that in Alabama we'll continue to do those things. I, like Will, was raised as a kid hunting with my father. I have more guns than I can count and want to keep them. And I want to be able to carry it when I want to carry it. And as a hunter, I'm still to this day, I still have a coon dog named Ray. We were hunting last weekend. And I believe in all the hunters' rights to go and do, and your rights to open carry. So trust me, as we go to the next legislative session, Gerald has the legislation. We're going to support Gerald again. Stay visible. Y'all do a great job of coming down to the Capitol, letting your rights be heard. That's effective. And I'm going to continue to work with you as Gerald is to hopefully, as I said, get this through the House as well. Thanks for having me here today. It's my pleasure to be able to stop by anytime. I do this everywhere I go. My cell number is 256-310-2556. That's my real phone, not a phone off the side. That's my phone. If you have something you're concerned about it, I'm a phone call away. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Man, that was a surprise. Just got a text from my wife. She said, hey, you left that guy's certificate on your desk. Gee, thanks, I appreciate it. You know, I got that all figured out now. We have just a few more minutes. I don't know if, is lunch ready outside? Do they have it? Y'all remember, this place has got good acoustics, and if you're speaking while somebody's up here speaking, I can hear y'all well, people. America is built on one principle. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights. Samuel Adams explained that our natural rights were firstly life, secondly liberty, third property, together with the right to protect and defend them in the best means possible. If you don't have a right to life, you're dead. If you don't have a right to liberty, you're a subject. If you don't have a right to secure property, you will soon have neither life nor liberty. And if you don't have the right to protect them, you're a slave. My rights do not come from people. My rights do not come from the government. And thinking that people or government can take my rights is ignorant. If you think that people or government can take my rights, then you are a slave, and I know this: I will be a slave to no man. I didn't even hear an amen. Should have got an amen on that. So if you think guns kill people, you're ignorant also. Your ignorance does not trump my rights. If you're afraid, get educated. Get armed, but your fear does not trump my rights. If you're a politician, do not dare talk to me about gun control, then cry the necessity of national security. That only proves your ignorance. My greatest national security is my right to personal security. If I do not have a right to defend my life, liberty, or property, then government has no power to do it for me. All power of government comes from the rights of individuals. The entire purpose of government is that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men. When government works contrary to its purpose, when government works to deny my rights, then it becomes my right to alter or abolish it. So guess what? I have no obligation to obey a lawless government that operates contrary to its designed purpose. My first and natural obligation is to secure my rights, the very same rights of my child and all the children of our future. I do know one thing for sure: ignorance and fear prove that my rights are worth defending. So do America a favor: get educated, get armed, or get out. Until that day, all I have to say is Molon Labe. I wish I could claim authorship of this, but Chris Ann Hall couldn't be here with us, so that was a piece that she wrote. I thought it was well worthy of being presented here today. And we hope to get Chris Ann back next year. She has some conflicting stuff going on. I know everybody loved and liked her, including myself. And if our lunch is ready, we're going to dismiss for lunch. Yes?
12 o'clock. They're going to feed the security people their lunch. And at 12 o'clock, they'll be ready.
Okay, so we got 15 minutes before lunch gets ready. Security folks, by the way, while Will was talking, I was sitting over here, and there was a guy appeared right behind the curtain over here and said, "Whoa, who is that guy?" And then I thought, that's one of his security guys. I got a little nervous. I said, "Who's that guy still over behind Will?" But anyway, I'm sure his security guys felt very secure here. So you got a 15-minute break, and then we'll have lunch as soon as our security people get their meal. Then we'll be able to eat too. Thank y'all so much. The best is yet to come. I promise you. That is all. Right quick, how many of y'all, this is your first time to be at a BamaCarry event? Hey, okay, good deal. You're a rider or you're a passenger? Passenger. Okay, good. I met a group of motorcycle riders here not too long ago called the Sons of Liberty, and Mr. Joe Alverson is representing them here today over there at that table. Their beliefs line up with ours. So I'm going to give Joe about 5 minutes up here to tell you a little bit about their motorcycle group, be worthy of joining them.
All right, how's everybody doing today? I just want to say that this conference has been just great. It's the first one I've attended, but really hats off to the BamaCarry group for putting this together. Does anybody out here speak Latin? I'm going to leave a little phrase with you, and I'll tell you in a minute what it stands for. Acta non verba. Okay, I'll tell you in a minute what that stands for. Every year we have a First Amendment rally, what we like to call our pledge and our prayer caravan. We go to every school in Coleman County and spend about 10 minutes at that school saying a prayer for the upcoming school year and also a pledge of allegiance. Two reasons behind that: they don't allow those in school anymore. So that's why we do it. You won't allow it, but we will. We also, every September, we have a Wounded Veterans Ride. Raise about $4,000 a year. This year will be our 8th ride. So anybody's interested in that, just look up Sons of Liberty on this. We're a constitutional organization. You do not have to have a motorcycle, although about 80% of our members do have. We enjoy riding. We enjoy brotherhood with other motorcycle groups. We're non-territorial. We don't claim any state, but we do have 8,000 members nationwide. Okay? The Latin that I promised you a lesson on is something that BamaCarry needs to practice every day. Action, not words. Amen. Thank you.